I'm Dave Palumbo, founder of Species Nutrition. I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work and are backed by science. From my earliest bodybuilding days, I believed in only putting the best in my body, and that lives on in the Species Nutrition line of products. We use only top-of-the-line formulations dosed for maximum results and the best flavoring systems available. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
Hello, I'm Brian Dobson, owner of Metroflex Gym, the original home of hardcore training. This pandemic has nearly crippled the fitness industry we all so dearly love. With Metroflex gyms now opening up all across the country, it's our turn to hit back. If your health was ever a priority, now's the time. Now's the time to stop feeding your fear and your anxieties and feed your desire to get back on the saddle. For desire is the starting point of all achievement. For those who feel uncertain for what the future will hold, I'm here to assure you Metroflex Gym will continue to provide a platform for bodybuilding and strength conditioning athletes all across the nation. This optimism extends to potential owners looking to venture into owning and operating a Metroflex Gym. With interest rates at an all-time low, you can open up your own Metroflex Gym for the price of a new car. Our Metroflex Gyms are back in business. We're now waiting for you to do the same. Stay hardcore, y'all, and God bless.
When you're asleep, they're just getting started. John Romano, Dave Palumbo, After Hours.
Welcome back to another episode of After Hours. I'm Dave Palumbo, and I'm joined by my compatriot in crime, John Romano. And John, I hear you're having a fibrillized crisis over there.
Well, yeah, because I ran out.
Yeah, can't do that. You know, Guy Cisternino might be my most famous customer of Fiberlize. The guy buys it by the metric ton. He never runs out. If he's like a case down, like if he only has a case left in his house, he starts panicking. He's got to order more of it.
Well, you save a lot of money on toilet paper when you use that stuff. Yeah, you go from like a 10 wipe morning to like a 2.
Yeah, you know what? I find that if I miss a dose of it, I don't go as well, it messes up my whole day psychologically, because I like that feeling of just having like that empty stomach, being cleaned out. And when I don't go, I'm like, I feel a little sluggish. It's absolutely, you could definitely notice a difference in how you feel energy wise when you don't go to. And I'm not saying you have to use My Fiber. My Fiber happens to work really well, Fiberlize, but I'm just saying in general, fiber, getting rid of all that waste, because we eat a lot of food, we eat many meals a day, is really very beneficial.
It is, but the thing that I notice is that most bodybuilders, myself included, we eat very little vegetables.
Yes.
And almost no fruit. So that natural fiber we're not getting. And man, that bulk that it adds to digestion is, not only, forget the cancer preventative element of it, it's just that feeling of that complete bowel movement, man, when you're like bottle brush scrubbed out, it's you feel clean and empty. It's the best feeling in the world. And you never get it without fiber. Without fiber. Yeah. And and what's that shit in the for $19, the fucking green and white bottle? It's got that white powder in it, and it's clear. What the hell does that do?
Nothing. And I was going to say that, a lot of the fibers out there, people they think that they're better because they mix easy. If it mixes easy and there's no grittiness in the cup, then it's not doing anything. It's a fiber that's. What they do is they sell like Benefiber and stuff like that. It's really like a thickening agent they use for foods and stuff like that. It doesn't have the effect of cleaning you out, so to speak. It doesn't have the beneficial effects of feeding the good bacteria in your colon. It doesn't have the beneficial effects of lowering cholesterol. It doesn't have all the health benefits, and it certainly doesn't help you go to the bathroom. That stuff. I could drink that stuff all day long, like it's like a Kool-Aid. It doesn't do anything. So. People don't know anything about fiber. I didn't know anything about fiber, to be honest with you, when I first started getting into the researching it for myself, because I had a stomach distension problem when I competed, and I didn't, and someone had very knowledgeable told me, I think it's because you're eating so much food, you're not getting rid of all your waste. I said, but I go to the bathroom a lot. They're like, but think about it, you're eating 12 times a day, you told me. How many times do you go to the bathroom? I'm like, 2 times, maybe, They're like, that's not enough, You're retaining fecal matter in your colon, and it's building up in there. And man, once I started using fiber, what a difference. And so I was sold immediately. So when I, decided to start my own product line, I said, I got to make a good fiber supplement. And it took me a long time to research, because there's no information out there about, what's good. I knew psyllium was the way to go, because psyllium is like 8 times more potent on a gram for gram basis than other fiber supplements. So it packs a lot more punch in a smaller package. But there's different types of psyllium. There's high swell rate, low swell rate. The low swell rate doesn't work as well. That's what Metamucil uses. It still works, but it doesn't work as well. So we use the high swell rate one, which is, and once again, I didn't even know about the difference, but it does make a big difference, and that's why people notice the difference when they use the product. All right, I don't want to do a sales pitch because people get pissed off, but I do want to say one thing. Someone had asked me about, and did we talk about, I don't know if we talked about this already, Tom, because I can't remember anything. Someone asked me about, I had mentioned, made a joke about the Clear. You remember the Clear? Which was Patrick Arnold's little invention. Did we talk about that last week?
Yep.
We did.
The cream and the clear.
Oh, we did talk about it. Okay. Now, what I wanted to clarify was, people ask me, how come those guys didn't go to jail for like 20 years for that, type of thing. And,
how many do they want him to go for?
I know.
They went to jail.
Yeah, I know they went to jail.
Was it long enough?
Victor did 3 months. I think Patrick did, 3 months or 5 months, something like that?
Well, subsequently, the Sentencing Commission reconvened. Rick Collins went to try to, and they increased the penalties. They increased the penalties from when Dan Duchesne got the slap on the wrist, and when Victor Conte and company. But they all went to jail. I mean, come on,
But my question, here's my question. My question is, if someone makes their own little brew, of whatever anabolic steroids that are undetectable, and they give it out to some of the athletes that use it, and win Olympic gold medals and stuff like that. I mean, if you don't get caught, are you really breaking the law?
Okay, that's an interesting question.
That's what I want to talk about.
Well, yeah, you are breaking the law, but who's going to know? But the problem is you are taking a chance on breaking the law. The end result is the athlete is taking a chance on breaking the law and breaking the rules. So it's his desire and need that fulfills your place. Making that stuff. If there was no need for it, you wouldn't make it. So
yeah, but John, it wasn't illegal at the time what they were making.
Well, no, because it was unknown.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, is it technically illegal or not? I don't know.
Well, I think the way the law is written, at least now, that is, precursors of precursors
forget now. Let's talk about then. Was it technically illegal what they were doing?
Well, this was post 1990. It was 1993.
Right, but it wasn't one of the controlled substances.
No, it was not on the list. But I'm pretty sure no, it didn't. It didn't. I don't know. I don't know what the language of the bill says. If it says steroid,
it really would have been nothing more than like what would have been classified as, I guess, a pro hormone back then. Which, remember, that was a gray area that they had to clean up law wise recently in 2014 or something like that.
I thought it was 2004. They had to.
No, when did they make they made a pro hormone a law? I don't remember what year it was. Recently.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think it was.
They closed that loophole where guys were selling the pro hormones.
Right. Yep.
But when Patrick Arnold and Victor did that stuff, I mean, Patrick just synthesized a new compound, basically. That was never in existence. I mean, GHB was legal to sell, right? In GNC up until when they made it a controlled one substance. I mean, you literally went in there and bought it.
Yeah, no, I used to. I used to go to the health food store, Venice. Yeah, you could buy in powder form. But I think all Patrick did with the cream and the clear was he altered one of the chains in the molecule, and altered it enough that it didn't create a metabolite of anything known.
He created a new anabolic steroid that never existed before. So it wasn't a class 3 drug he made.
I think based on what I remember of how the law reads, because I don't think they added steroid-like materials until it was the revision in 2000. I think it was 4 or 3. So I think at the time, I think you have a good point. I think he created something that was probably intended to be used like the illegal stuff is used. So he's like Bobby Smalls would say, it's a gray area.
Yeah, it's gray. But the funny thing is, I don't think Victor even went to jail for distributing steroids. Didn't he go to jail for tax evasion?
Well, no. I think the initial charges came off of a check, like a $2,000 check or something. But I think the actual charge, this prison term, was actually for supplying anabolic steroids to athletes.
Well, what it was? I think he was. I don't think it was for the clear though. I think it was for the other stuff he was providing, probably, like the growth hormones or whatever other stuff that they used. I don't know what they used, but.
You know what's really funny is though Victor Conte's universe of users and patrons of that arena was minuscule compared to the ZMA business he was doing.
Yeah.
He was a rich man off ZMA. This whole steroid thing and athletes, it was just a hobby for him,
Yeah, I think he just liked the notoriety. Awesome, yeah, he liked the fact that people came to him for advice.
Victor loved the camera.
Yeah, he still loves the camera.
Oh, he'll do an interview in a minute. Yeah. No, he's great.
But
like I said last time, I think that was the detriment of Patrick Arnold, was that Victor Conte handled the press like a puppet master, and Patrick was not adept at that at all, and Victor used every opportunity to throw him under the bus. So that was that. Yeah, and he just didn't. It wasn't his thing. So whatever.
I wanted to just throw that out there because I did get some questions from that. So, and I couldn't remember if we talked about it on this show or if I talked about it on a different show. But yeah, so I mean, if the feds want to get you, the feds get you. That's the bottom line. Whether they get you for tax evasion or they get you for, they'll find some way to get you if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing. That's the take-home message, really.
Well, there's a lot of people doing what they shouldn't be doing. The question comes but down to getting caught.
Yeah.
So the really good ones are not getting caught. We don't even know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
But I think it's foolish to assume that Victor Conte was the only performance coach out there manufacturing and or distributing something that's under the radar, not detectable, not on the list. So to think that they eradicated, cheating in sports by getting rid of Patrick Arnold and Victor Conte by sending them to jail for clearly not enough time.
No.
They should be getting life sentences according to some people. So, life without, because they helped, a sprinter. So the sprinters are the ones that went to jail for tax evasion.
Right.
The Marion Jones and her husband.
Right.
So. Anyway, I think the root of your question was this guy was complaining that they didn't go to jail for 20 years.
Right. But think about it.
Michael.
So
what's an appropriate sentence? But
why does Marion Jones? I mean, think about it. They got Marion Jones. What would they get her for tax evasion?
Something about check cash, some kind of check cashing scheme. I think
so
it was.
So stupid. But why did they get her? Why did she admit to taking performance-enhancing drugs? How did that come about?
I don't remember.
Because she denied. I think they had someone was it the ex-husband that was going to testify against her, or something like that, or.
I think it was somebody was going to rat her out, or she had failed drug tests or something. I don't remember. I really don't remember. But
I think it was the bad breakup with the ex-husband who he got caught. I think he got arrested for selling steroids, and he then said that she was taking them and all this stuff, and so she had to admit it because it was just too much press.
So
the reason I bring this up is that we're so lucky as bodybuilders that no one gives a crap about what we're doing. We don't. It's ingenious that they don't pretend to be drug testing and that they don't. We're like our own world. It's wonderful, You just can't sell the stuff. That's all.
I always looked at that as the greatest joke of all time. Is you go to a bodybuilding contest and everybody's not jacked, and everybody knows it.
Including
you look at all the magazines.
Yeah.
Well, every magazine, every guy is jacked online. Jacked. Everybody's using drugs. It's just part of the deal. It's just part of the deal. I mean, but then you're going to get the guys, I'd never take anything, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's outliers out there that are, don't do anything and are just naturally amazing.
Yeah.
But everybody else is jacked.
So what, John, and that takes me to the next topic. It's a good segue. Why do you think that if you notice the videos that get the most hits online are like these natty guys, like talking about being natty? And, the people that watch them, it's like a religion almost. It's like a religious cult. These guys like follow these natural guys, and probably most of them aren't even natural. And the ones that are just obviously genetically superior, individuals. So why you would want to follow someone who's a genetically, like you'd have to be an insane moron to believe that you're going to have the same genetics as that guy or get the same developmental level as that guy by listening to his theories on diet and training and all this other stuff. Well, I'm sure a lot of these guys are knowledgeable. Obviously, they have a genetic advantage, and this takes me back to, I was thinking, I see my son bouncing around, the house. He's absolute explosive. The explosiveness that he has at 4.5 years old, when he hits me, he'll run at me full speed. He almost knocks me over. I mean, and it harkens back, I think back to when I was a kid, I was the same way. And in school and in sports, I was very, very aggressive, like kids didn't even want to play with me. They didn't want to be on the field with me because they thought I was too aggressive, which obviously enabled me to excel in sports. I didn't have the skill level sometimes, because I was lazy and I didn't practice as much back then. And I had big feet, so I had to grow into my feet, so to speak. Although I don't know if I ever did. But I made up for it in my aggressiveness on the field, and I believe that was due because I had an intrinsically high testosterone level, and that's been I had acne as a kid, which obviously probably was due to the high testosterone level, and even now. I've been off any HRT or anything for 5 years, and I still have a high testosterone. After all the years of steroid use and HRT, I'm still in the 500s, okay? So I genetically have an advantage over people because my testosterone is high. It's probably I'm sure it's the Italian side. I don't think it's the Jewish side. But
yeah, mine's 120 without HRT.
Oh, really?
So.
Well, who knows? You got the bad end of the stick. My point is that I have an advantage, okay? So for me, as a kid, I had a genetic advantage over these other people because of my high testosterone level. So, obviously, for me to go out there and say, hey, this is, you can be just like me, it's lying, really, I mean, in a sense, Because if you I know a lot of guys that have very low testosterone, and they probably have had it their whole life, and they had that soft look, and until they actually took steroids, you didn't even know that. Look at Evan Centopani when he was a kid. He was a fat kid, right? And so
I was the same way. He and I could have been twins.
Yeah, I saw pictures of you. You were it's crazy because I've never seen you fat in your adult life, but you were a pudgy kid. And I bet it was because you were low test. Oh my God. What do they call the kids like that when they call you?
They call them fat.
Yeah, there's a name. It's an Italian name for it. My fault.
The bambone. Well, but see, back in those days, a fat baby was a healthy baby, because we were descendants of, immigrants. So they had to fatten up the grandkids because then he's going to prove that, they came to the country for a good reason. They got a fat kid out of it. So anyway, so getting back to the question, about the natty, I mean, there are people that have genetic advantages over other people. And I think it's amazing that the people out there, they're like sheep.
they follow the sheep herder, so to speak, like it's a religious cult almost. And for some reason, these guys that don't want to take drugs, and I respect that, by the way, 100%. Do it. Learn how to eat first. Learn how to train. Learn how to do all the right things, naturally before you even think about using anabolics. But those guys, it's like a religion for them. And if they see anyone else who is using drugs, right away they're pointing fingers and calling them out because they can't achieve that, and they have to flock to the pastor, so to speak, who says, "Oh, I do it the natural way," even though probably a lot of these guys are lying,
Well, I think there's another contingent, a strong contingent of people that follow these natural guys around, just looking for that slip, looking for that wind, looking for that proof, that smoking gun that they're not natural. So they go, "Yeah, see, I told you," and then they're going to be like internet, social media, heroes because they outed the natural guy,
Yeah, this channel's devoted to those guys that just point out the people that are full of crap using fake weights. They're giving false information. They're really using drugs. To me, I don't give a crap. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Who cares what these people are doing? But there's a whole bunch of people that love. That's what they do, and they have a lot of hits on their site. They're very successful. The Kenny KO kid is successful. The Greg Doucette. They have huge followings, and all they do is they point out the bullshitters online. That's why I'm very happy that we're very authentic, because we never get called out by anyone because we don't do any. We're not inauthentic. We don't portray ourselves as anything more than we are. If anything, we denigrate ourselves and we put ourselves down.
Self-deprecating humor is always the funniest. Yeah. Yes. So anyway, where did you get that shirt?
Oh yeah. So anyway, we have on the RxMuscle. If you look under any of our videos on YouTube, we have a Teespring store. And we have, different designs that people have made over the years for us, for Iron Rage. We have the Heavy Muscle Radio one. We have the RxMuscle t-shirts. I got to send you a couple of these shirts. So I had uploaded this design, and I thought it was cool. So you can go buy those shirts there. A lot of people ask me for RxMuscle shirts. And back in the day, I was like, I'm not printing up 1,000 shirts. Then I got to do fulfillment. Now it's print on demand. You go on there, you buy the shirt. We make a couple bucks on the shirt, and Teespring sends it out to you. And they're very good. And all the shirts I made them on, John, are all the premium shirts, the high quality, soft fit, comfortable ones. None of those like thick. You ever get these? Look, God bless you guys who send me free shirts. I love you. Most of you guys send me the nice thin shirts. Every once in a while, I get like a thick Gildan shirt. It feels like I have a jacket on when I wear this thing. It's so uncomfortable, and I feel bad because a lot of times the designs are beautiful, but they put it on a cheap shirt.
Right.
And
how about this fine haberdashery relic?
Wow, that's a Rob Smalley classic right there.
And it's that model,
Yeah, no, I love that one. Yeah, that was the very
man. Let's get these. This is the original.
I make the best shirts. Told you. Don't go for this other crap. This Teespring crap. Actually, I think Rob Smalley has his own like a Teespring type of store now. He was trying to tell me
really?
that. Yeah. But he talks so fast, I can't keep up with what he's saying to me. He doesn't explain things well because he assumes you know too much, and so I kind of have to dismiss him sometimes,
And he talks in 4 different conversations at the same time.
He's talking about Ben Weider while he's talking about the T-shirts. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's very difficult. But this shirt is awesome, and this was the first. This was the first one. This was when that first came. It's got a couple little holes in it, as Brian Moss would say, that adds to the character of the shirt.
That's right.
But yeah, so what are we selling them? What's the deal?
They're on there. So you go to Teespring. You go to, like I said, just click on the store probably under this video. You can look the Teespring store that kind of shows up on the YouTube channel, and you click on it. You can buy with all these designs. They're cool shirts, And if anyone has any ideas or wants to create any graphics, I will upload them to the store, and then people could buy if the viewers want to make me cool graphics, for anything related to RxMuscle, that we talk about. They could be slogans that we say on this thing, and they could be the actual show itself, or anything that you think that might look cool, put them on a shirt. Send me the graphic in high resolution. I'll upload it to Teespring, and I'll wear it on the show. I'd love it. I like different new designs. My creative brain, though, is so stretched thin these days that sometimes I can't sit down and focus on one thing because I'm thinking about too many things at the same time.
Why don't we have a contest? T-shirt design contest.
There you go.
The winner gets a year's worth of Mr. G's cookies.
We'll give it right. We might as well make something off of Mr. G's cookies.
Exactly.
Well,
yes. Okay. So you guys, the best. How should we do this? Submissions until when?
Well,
we'll give them what, a month?
Today we're going to show, when the other lunatics come on, we're going to show the second wave of commercials that we got.
Oh, the commercial, right?
And
okay.
then we have to award the best commercials. But then after that, we can maybe we'll do like 2 weeks. 2 weeks we can do the best RxMuscle T-shirt design.
All right, so guys, start thinking about that. Start thinking about what your design is going to be.
It could be a whack pack. It could be whack pack, stuff.
Anyway. It could be anything. It could. Remember the guy that did the South Park characters of us? Do you remember that?
I got that on my wall. It's hanging in my house on my computer wall. I mean, I blew it up to about, what was it, like about 10 feet by 3 feet or something like that. It's crazy. It's a classic. It's you, me, Jimmy the Bull, Diego, Mr. G, Sean Andros, and I think Jeff the producer was on there. All caricatures. They were great. They were
What happened to Diego?
What?
What happened to Diego?
I don't know. He's probably a millionaire by now. I see Sean Andros is into cycling now. I follow his all his bike path trips that he takes on Facebook. He always posts them. Yeah. Jeff the producer disappeared from existence.
Yeah, I've never heard nor hide nor hair of Jeff the producer at all from anybody.
He was supposed to come on a show. We were on a reunion show, and then he canceled like the last second, and I never heard from him. And he disappeared.
Oh, you found him?
Who knows where he is?
So
I wanted to bring up another.
Sean Andros,
what?
Isn't Sean Andros a judge for?
Yeah, he works with Weinberger. Yeah, he's working with him, and but unfortunately, there's no shows now, so he's got to find something to do. That's why I think he's doing so much cycling. I don't blame him. There's no shows to run anymore right now, so he got a year off basically. But I wanted to bring up something related. Do we have any guys calling in yet or no? Let me make sure. Greg's usually right on the ball, so we'll segue if we want. I wanted to talk about the Olympia, okay? And the Jake Wood bought the. I would love to get Jake on an interview. I got to contact him in an interview, but they bought the Olympia, okay, and they bought the titles Muscle and Fitness, right, and Flex magazine. Obviously, there's no magazines anymore, so. I mean, they have all these great real estate, all this great real estate, and really nothing to do with it. I mean, and I'm thinking to myself, I just feel like it's being wasted in a sense. Don't you think that there's got to be a good way to put this thing to, I don't know, to use those names, those historic, iconic names?
Of the magazines?
Yeah, of the whole brand that he bought.
Well, I mean, didn't the first thing didn't he just get rid of all the magazines? First thing he fired everybody.
The paper magazines.
I don't know,
but the paper magazines. And I know he owns Digital Muscle. He had bought that from Dan a couple years ago. So I know Sean Ray is on there, kind of putting up stuff, video content on the Digital Muscle site. It's interesting that they wouldn't just switch that all over to Flex, online. I mean, that was such an iconic name. Flex is such an iconic name.
It is. So you're saying is use the real estate in terms of the titles, Muscle and Fitness, Flex.
If I bought the Olympia, I would have MrOlympia.com. I'd have a ton of content on there, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
I mean, they don't want to use
and there's
Flex.
A ton of it to put on.
Yeah, if they don't want to use Flex, they can throw it over to us. I'll make RxMuscle Flex, man. I'll use the title. I love the name Flex. I mean. Right?
Yeah, I think it was one of the greatest titles ever.
Ever in bodybuilding for sure.
So we could do RxMuscle presents Flex magazine.
Yeah, or Flex magazine show or something like that. At least do a show, or the Flex show.
Yeah, we should do the Flex show, the Flex magazine, the Flex show.
See, Blackman built Muscular Development to a good brand, but the name really is not good because it's too long. And it's a tongue twister, and you can't spell it, and it's awkward. You know what I mean? But Flex is 4 letters. It's so easy.
Think of how broke Blackman must be on his spendable money, not his inheritance.
No,
if he can't, if the money he's allowed, that at least will allow him to spend, is how much would it have cost him to buy Flex from Jake Wood if Jake Wood was willing to just throw it in the garbage? So
right.
What Bleckman could have given him, $10,000 probably, and he would have taken it.
Yeah, just to get rid. I mean, it's a useless title. But like I said, I would love to do like a Flex magazine show. Use that title. I think it's a great title. That's just being wasted, unfortunately. And it's not. It's just because I guess there's not enough manpower over there. I know they're trying to launch some kind of Monday night show over there, like with Chickarillo and Sean Ray or something like that. But they're going to find that it's very hard when you're not in the same place, unless you're going to do it virtually, to do that. I just think that they need more superstars to really, propagate the title.
Dave, I'm jumping in. Are we live now?
We've been live, John and I, for over a half hour. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, we start before you come in, so we can actually have a conversation, and then when you and Greg and all those other guys come in, we just let you guys argue with each other, basically.
So let me ask you a question. You told about Chickarello and them having a show at the Olympia.
At the Olympia? Well, I don't know. I guess Chickarello is the MC usually at the Olympia. I don't know if he is this year. I assume he is, right?
He should be.
No, but I heard you talking about some type of show. Are they going to have their own show?
I think they're doing some kind of a TV show, like Monday Night something or another. I think it's called or something like that. Monday Night Muscle.
Is Mr. G calling from outer space?
Yeah, he looks like he's. Remember the astronauts when they were walking on the moon? They had the American flag on their the astronaut suit. That's what he looks like.
He sounds like he's talking inside of a garbage can.
He might be.
Like 100,000.
He might be on the moon.
I'm inside.
Are you in the kitchen?
Yeah.
The cooling room.
It's the packing. Look behind me. I got some jumbo Palumbo that are dipped in white chocolate. We got.
We need more, by the way. We're out.
When am I getting mine?
The only reason why I don't keep you guys flush nonstop is that we have the customers. We have so much business with the customers. I'm just trying to push them out, and make sure I get them out at least on a relatively time basis. I mean,
right.
It's not like I can take a tub of Species protein powder and throw it in a box.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's the whole difference.
We all want to be flush all the time.
You got to be working 24 hours a day, George. That's the way it works. That's how you build a business.
No, I am. For example, somebody ordered an order for their husband's birthday. Wanted to surprise them, and we gave this up to the post office but the post office now have only one or two people. They're so understaffed. They never skewed the thing. Their birthday's today. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna either send a courier or go myself. It's in Plainview, New York.
Oh, you're gonna deliver it? Wow, that's service.
I gotta do it. It's the guy's birthday. I mean, it's.
Can you imagine, John? Can you imagine Mr. G showing up to your house on your birthday with a tin of jumbo Palumbo cookies?
Yeah, he just left.
Oh, he left. He always leaves whenever you come on. I don't know what.
I'm here.
What, did you have to go smoke a joint or something like that?
I did that before. I had to answer the door.
I said, Mr. G is going to deliver some cookies because they didn't get sent out by the post office properly. I said, can you imagine if it was your birthday and you actually opened the door and Mr. G standing there with your jumbo Palumbo cookies that your wife ordered for you? How great would that be?
I heard the whole thing. I got my ears.
And we should videotape that and do that like a birthday. That could be an extra birthday.
You should do it. Like how Publishers Clearinghouse comes.
That's right.
Visit.
Yeah.
Bring your son with the video camera, George, and let him videotape the whole thing.
You got the minivan wrapped, right? Get the balloons.
Yeah. Look, I have that. We'll definitely. I want to give stuff away. Look, I want to. The whole point of is about having customers, but the whole point is as we grow is to be able to give more away to fans. Have them involved in the whole thing.
Maybe that should be one of the services people could buy on your site. you could actually have Mr. G deliver the cookies to the person's house on their birthday. It might be expensive. He's got to get on an airplane, but Mr. G would love doing that. It'd be like Ed McMahon when he would, like you said, John, when for Publishers Clearinghouse, he used to go and show up at people's houses. Remember?
I want to do like what they do. They do the bake off with Toll House Cookies. Toll House Cookies every year has a $1 million bake off.
Right.
The best cookie wins $1 million prize.
Oh wow.
So you should win.
You're gonna have to sell a lot of cookies to fulfill that prize. That's for sure.
Look, the business, the product is there. People love it. We have 65% reordering. So I haven't even gone to the gym owners are contacting us to put them in. I'm not ready to do that yet because I want to be able to supply them and have a rack and everything in their place. Like I said before.
It's going to be really easy for you to pivot into as soon as they legalize weed, you're going to be able to pivot right into making marijuana cookies and really make some.
Now Tyler's getting excited over here.
I never do that.
It'll have the whole infrastructure, so all you got to do is soak the weed in some butter and squeeze it out, and then just make the cookies the regular way.
I think whey protein is much better.
Both.
You don't need any marijuana.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Tyler.
Life, shoot life, smoke life, drink life, baby. That's what it is. It's life, man. Come on, what's better than that?
Can you put a light on your face, Mr. G?
Life with marijuana. That's what's better.
Mr. G, can you put a light on your face maybe so that we can see it? You look like you're in Dawn of the Dead or something like that. You look like my son's obsessed with zombies now and werewolves. He looks like a zombie in that light.
You want
we got to get him on. I want to interview Logan on the show. Let's get him on.
He'll tell you everything about. He knows more about werewolves than I do now. I think. Yeah. He's obsessed with
Did you show him that movie American Werewolf in London?
That's a good one. He hasn't seen that one. That's too scary. Yeah, he told me, he's like, Daddy, I really want to become a werewolf. I said, well, that's right. I said, Logan, that's not real. He goes, oh, it's real when the full moon comes out. He's always running outside and checking. He has there's one door in my house he can get out. He's like, Daddy, I think there's a full moon today. And then he pretends he goes to the transformation. He's like,
Hey. So has he watched any werewolf movies, Dave?
Unfortunately he does, and he's watched
the old-fashioned ones from the 40s.
No, I tried to get him to watch Teen Wolf. I figured that's not so bad, but now they have a Teen Wolf, a new one that's really it's too scary, like the Teen Wolf that they have out now. So. But he's obsessed with the werewolves for some reason, and unfortunately, my daughter is the victim of his werewolf attacks mostly. she's a tough.
Bite marks on her neck.
She's a tough little character. She can deal with him.
Well, now you got to explain to Logan if you bite her, then she's going to turn into one too, and then she's going to be fighting.
Oh well, yeah, he wants one. He wants like a little sidekick there. So.
He's got to work on the little one.
Yeah, exactly.
We used to do that with our sisters, me and my brother.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And my brother used to tease everybody. Now he'd find the one thing that bothered you, and he would immediately zero in on that.
Yeah, that's what I did the same thing. I feel bad for my sister. Yeah, I did her whole life. I tortured her like that. So that's what siblings do.
Well, and you guys still have a great relationship.
That's right.
Right.
I thought I actually texted Valentino, but I think I forgot to. Let me see if he's available.
Let me ask George a question. How many cookies are you making a day now?
All right, we're making about 200 a day. The issue is that I can't pack. It takes 2 days for the doughs to actually prep in the refrigerator, because I want and then it takes almost another full day for once we cook it for it to cool and then pack it, because then we got to put in the packaging without it melting, and pack it up. So we're at that point right now. So it's about 1,000. I'm going to say about 600 a week, till I till I build the infrastructure bigger. You know, those big cookies, the big giant ones. I mean, it's a gourmet. You know, it's a gourmet. It's not like you're shipping. You're taking a ice cream scooper like most companies and then spot it on there. I also got to shape them out. You know, so we have these round cylinder shapes, aluminum shapes that we shape them out. You know, and then when they come out, then they have to be cooled for a long, especially the big ones.
Yeah.
You know, then they're gonna have those backs on. Eventually, we should be able to be at like 10,000 a week. That's what I'm working.
What do you do like now with summertime? It's so hot and they're being shipped and they're in the tins and they're out in the trucks. Don't they start melting the chocolate chips?
No, they're not melting. The chocolate that we use won't melt. You know, and we're keeping them cool. You know, so that's why I'm putting them in the fridge. We're putting them in the fridge. The big ones in the freezer first, so then we can put the chocolate on them, and then after that, then back in the fridge, and then once they're ready to be shipped, they're going from the fridge into the container, and then shipped out. So far, you know, everyone's loved what they got. I haven't had any issues.
I have an idea for you.
That's awesome.
I have an idea. You're not too far from Carlo Filipponi there in Jersey. Why don't you should work a deal where you ship your cookies with his frozen chicken. So
chicken by the pound. You talking about chicken by the pound?
Yeah, chicken by the pound. Maybe you guys can combine.
Dave, exactly. I can't believe I have a whole idea of the two of us, you know, forming something together.
Really?
So we could actually outfit it because I'm already in it. I started before I even started doing this. I planted our stuff in the gym a year ago, and I wanted to set up the gyms like little stores where people can go and buy it, and they can also ship it out. You know, one place.
Yeah, if you freeze your cookies, they can last for a long time.
Yeah, cookies can last for a year.
So I mean, if you had got a bunch of people in there and you mass manufactured these things and put them in freezers, and then you could even have, like I said, him do fulfillment with his chicken because he sends it on dry ice. The chicken.
Yes, exactly what I want to do. It's going to be one. There's all these different, prep companies and stuff like that.
He's got it down pat. His pack, the way he packs that frozen chicken by the pound. When I get a delivery from him, it's almost too nice. It's almost too high end the way he packs it. It's amazing.
But that's how it has to be done. And then the gym owners can just take that and they can just the people that come to the gym or advertise. Because we have advertised people who don't go there who go and pick it up, you know, who live in the area.
Right.
You know,
just don't go dipping any chicken in white chocolate. That's all.
There you go.
I'm sure they tried. They have that. Well, beef.
Is your brother still intent on getting a booth at the Olympia?
Yeah, I was going to ask you to update us on that.
I think he's waiting. He's waiting on me. They just can't because I'm going to get a booth.
You are.
And if I
How
get
many
a booth,
cookies are you going to bring?
I don't even know. I'm probably 500.
That's
in the Olympia?
500. You'll be done in the first 10 minutes. You're there.
You got to bring 50,000.
You got to bring like a cup 2,000 at least, I would think.
To cut them up and to give people samples.
Yeah, you got to give samples out. He's right.
You're going to need like 50.
I want to be able to pre-sell stuff too, like a special Olympia package.
John, let me give you a little mental image, okay? Mr. G, okay, of course, waiting till the last minute, packing up his van or truck and driving from Jersey to the Olympia in Las Vegas with a truck full of cookies. Keep this mental image, all right, for a second. Can you imagine the adventures that would go on from the trip from Jersey to Vegas? What would go? Because you know the tires would be bare on the fucking truck. It would be wrapped with whatever insanity that he'd have marketing around the truck. It would be like
as seen on TV.
You could film the whole thing like a reality show. Probably you'd probably get sick. You'd probably get a whole season worth of episodes out of that.
You could probably get a bookmaker to lay odds on if they're going to make it or not, or like win what state they're going to get.
We could get like Tyler to fly the drone over and watch the whole trip.
Listen, if down the road I would do that and have Jimmy the Bull and everyone go there, and then we would
Oh my God! You just drive with him. You get Jimmy the Bull to drive the truck full of cookies with you and your brother to Vegas. Okay, so you got Jimmy the Bull, you, the white Biggie Smalls, and 50,000 cookies that are melting in the sun.
Have you seen the movie Road Trip? The original Road Trip? That's what it would be like. They would have to they'd take a wrong turn. They'd have to jump the truck over a canyon, to get to the other side.
And then Jimmy's going to want to stop at White Castle, and you got to find one. So
or a hot dog stand.
Someone would have to calculate the angle that the ramp would have to go at, so they'd have to take the truck up to a certain speed to get over the ramp and jump the ravine,
Like Keanu Reeves with the bus.
I thought that movie was the funniest movie of all time, Road Trip, because I could see my friends and I in high school doing something crazy like that. Every crazy thing that could possibly happen happened to them. It was hysterical.
Dave, come on, that would be chicken shit compared to a reality show of Jimmy the Bull driving a truck of cookies with Mr. G and Bobby Smalls to Vegas. There would be nothing in the world could possibly be funnier than that if and when they get there.
Yeah.
John, and we would stop. We would pick different gyms to stop at.
You're gonna be stopping whether you want to or not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna have to make you got to make the most of it wherever you end up.
You know what? You know what's right across the street from me is one of the biggest RV places in the country to rent. All brand new RVs and stuff.
Yeah, that's what Jimmy needs.
You should do it. That would be a great reality show, man. If I didn't have kids, I would be on that thing in 10 seconds with the video camera, man. It would be the greatest footage of all time. I could probably start a whole new YouTube. I could start a whole YouTube channel on that alone and probably get 1 million subscribers.
The Olympia, RxMuscle, and the Whack Pack, right?
Yeah, like I said, if I didn't have kids, believe me, I would do it.
Now you got to make sure that the cool new camper is not the one you want.
No,
you want the 15-year-old one that's held together with baling wire and duct tape.
Tyler says to me, "You could send me and pay me a lot of money." I said, I took Tyler to the Nationals once. He couldn't even last one day there. You'd want to kill Mr. G. You'd be crying. You'd be actually in tears every night.
He'd be calling you saying, "How much can I pay you to leave early?"
No, he would try. He would want to leave, but they wouldn't let him leave. You know that, Mr. G. Once you're in with Mr. G, you're in. You can't get out.
Like the mafia. Yeah, it's like the mafia.
You're going all the way. And I get news for you: the way there wouldn't even be that bad. It would be the way back that would be the worst. That's the real kicker. After you're exhausted from the whole weekend,
we'd be sleeping on the back.
You think Jimmy the Bull is joking when he wigs out like that behind the wheel? That's the way it is. In New York, that's kind of like just acceptable. Yeah. But you're going to be out in Kansas out there.
So. No, hey John, you know how you're from New York and you talk to somebody, right? And they say, "What are you yelling? Why are you yelling at me?" Well, I'm not yelling. That's how I talk.
Yeah.
Whispering.
Yeah, my wife's always asking. My wife's always asking, "Why are you so loud?" I'm like, I don't know. I'm just loud.
I don't even realize we're loud. No. I mean, it's just the way it is.
The funny thing is, we sent Jimmy the Bull to the Arnold Classic one year, and with Jeff, the producer, who was at the time doing stuff for us.
Oh my God! Remember that? Oh.
And Jeff didn't travel well at the time. Like he would be great the first day, and then he wouldn't sleep the whole weekend, and he would start getting moody and stuff like that. And I really thought that Jimmy was gonna kill him, like seriously, like kill him. Right? They didn't talk for a while after that.
Yeah, and they were cramped up in the same spot
and
too.
He threatened. And Jimmy goes to bed early, and Jeff was like pacing the hotel room, like because he couldn't sleep for whatever reason. And Jimmy opened his eye. Jeff was like right there, like this. Jimmy's like, "What's wrong with this guy? He doesn't sleep."
Oh, that's when.
Oh my God, I forgot all about that.
The UFC fight. Didn't Blackman sit in his seat, and he had an argument with him?
No, that was Seppi. That was Frank. He was in Frank Seppi's seat, and Seppi told him to get out. don't give a fuck who you are.
Greg, I put you on the cover so many times.
Wait, Zeppy told who? Blackman?
Yeah, he told Blackman to go
okay.
back.
Yeah, because him and Jimmy are best friends.
Oh, yeah. No, but look, this is going to be a tremendous opportunity that we can't miss. We got to send them out to Vegas in a truck.
All right, here we go. There's got to be a viewer, John, one of our listeners, who probably has an RV that's willing to pick them up and do the trip with them just because they want to hang out with the Whack Pack.
You need that like ice cream truck from Borat.
That would be great. An ice cream truck would be hysterical, but
But we're making a cookie truck.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got it with the window, so you can see when they pull into the restaurant. They got no money for gas, so they pull into the gas station. They're going to sell cookies out the window so they can fill up the tank.
Yeah, how funny would that be? Mr. G and Jimmy selling cookies at the rest stops.
Super Bowl in Kansas. Okay, we have to do this. All right, who's ever watching and think this is a good idea, we need a vehicle.
Yeah.
So send in your suggestions. The Bowl can drive anything. He's got a Class C license. There's nothing out of bounds. What cookies you want to see him bring?
Yeah.
We should make them also guess how many cookies they should bring versus to see who came close to how many cookies they actually needed.
We do have to send a videographer, though. I might have to pay Tyler.
The drone. You got to put your Tyler in the drone.
Well, he has a drone. Tyler has a drone. I think what we should do is I'll get a sponsor. If we get someone to bring who has a truck to do it, I'll get a sponsor, and then I'll just I'll pay Tyler whatever he wants just to do it. Because he'll be gone for at least a week, probably, right? At least. I'll fly Tyler back. You just have to go one way with those guys, Tyler. I wouldn't subject you to the way back with them because that could be when it gets brutally, dangerous. I
appreciate that.
Yeah. So we'll send Tyler on the way there with them, and then.
The best.
Yeah. No, the way
back.
They'll kill each other on the way back. I got news to you. I don't even think we should make them go back. Let the person who took the truck. He can take it back with him. We'll let everyone else fly back. Because I have a feeling Jimmy might kill a few people on the way back,
Scare me a little.
There might be bodies that need to be buried and stuff like that.
All right, Dave, the only way it would work is we drive there and then fly back.
Right, that's what I said.
All right.
It's too long to come back and miss.
What are you going to do with the truck? Give it away?
No, you gotta rent the truck. Like I said.
We need an ice cream truck.
You need an ice cream truck, yeah.
The one from Borat with the bear in it.
Did you
have that one?
Mr. G, did you guys have Chick, the ice cream man, by you guys when you were a kid?
Yeah, we had Cosmo. He was like 98 years old.
Yeah, no, we had a guy Chick. Chick was the guy who was in my school district there.
We had one. I can't remember his name though, but we had one too.
Actually, I saw Shanique Grant, who's Miss the Physique Olympiad. She posted something that a dialogue. I guess she ran after the ice cream truck to get some ice cream in her neighborhood in Jersey, and the ice cream man is like, "Whoa! I've never seen a mom run like that in my life to get ice cream for her kids." She's like, "Mom, kids." She goes, "I was running to get ice cream for myself." And Shanique looks like she's like an Olympic, athlete, the way she with that physique.
Of course.
With the cannonball delts,
She looks amazing. Yeah. Wow, that must have been funny.
Yeah, that probably was hysterical. I'm sure the ice cream man never saw anyone run for his truck like that, with that physique. It's like Wonder Woman coming after your truck,
Right. Just gonna pick it up and dump it out, and you take the ice cream.
Yeah.
So you're getting off track.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose this. This is going to put us on the map. This is going to be the difference between 250,000 subscribers and 250 million.
Yeah, there you go.
The world is going to watch this. This is going to be wildfire. This is going to break the internet.
Tyler will be editing this for like 6 weeks after this thing.
Oh my God, the ab workout we're going to get from laughing at this is going to be. I can't wait.
I'll be getting like texts from Tyler. He'll be saying, "You won't believe what's going on." I'll be like, "Oh, I believe it. Trust me, that's why I didn't go."
Because Mr. G and Bobby don't stop ever.
No. You'd have
They
to
went.
use.
They emceed the shows at the Arnold Classic in Vegas, the big stage we had.
Yeah.
They emceed. They went 8-9 hours without taking a break, not a breath, nothing.
I'd have to
They
give
would go-
Tyler a bag of crystal meth for the daytime and like a bag of weed for night to go to sleep, and otherwise he'd never make it for the week or whatever, how many 3 days it takes to get down there, you know.
Right, and the crystal meth is for him, not
Yeah,
the,
that's no for him. No, for him, they don't need anything, any drugs. The two of those
He's
guys.
got to get up on their level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
look,
day
you know,
3, Jimmy will be so angry and.
Oh my God, I can't wait for this. The Jimmy soliloquies, we're going to record these and sell them separately. You know, they're going to be incredible.
Even how about like
Wait till it gets into it. Okay, here's the scenario. They've been driving for 8 hours. Now there's this giant traffic jam, and there's something rubbing in the back, and it's going vroom, 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 like this. And Bobby and Mr. You don't hear nothing because they're going about something else. And it's bugging the shit out of Jimmy because he doesn't know. They're on traffic now. He's watching the gas gauge. It's getting close to empty, and he's got to make it to the next exit. These guys are carrying on, and he's hearing vroom, 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 and the back tire thing is rubbing. And the gas is running out, and he's getting all worked up like this, and then he's gonna explode.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Can you guys please be quiet for 10 minutes? Till we get to the exit.
We're not gonna make it to the fucking exit.
Mr. G's hanging out the window selling cookies to like people in the traffic jam, you know. He's taking orders.
Man.
He's taking orders. They're like, "Can I order some of those cookies?" Here's my credit card. Out the window.
And then it's going to catch on, and there's going to be this long line of people waiting at to get to the window, and then they're going to get Bobby Smalls is going to run out with a sticky pads, and he's going to take orders in advance. How many do you want? All right, when you get up to the window, just give him the sticky pad, and he's going to give you because he's going to take the money on the line.
Yeah.
You know.
That's how my brother's like Mr. Krabs. Everything's about money.
Yeah.
You make
Yeah.
the money. How much money you making? How much money you making? Money, money, money.
You
You ever see Mr. Krabs
Yeah.
on SpongeBob?
He's going to look at that line. He's not going to want to lose anybody, so he's going to run out there and get him to pre-bet.
No, you know what'll be happening, John? Bobby will fall asleep, and Mr. G will be giving out, the T-shirts that Bobby has to bring for the booth that they're running at the Olympia. He'll be giving free T-shirts out with a cookie purchase, and Bobby will wake up and there'll be like 500 T-shirts missing, Then they'll start fighting with each other,
That's what happens every time. Every time. The last time I was with him, we went to Tom Jones at the Mohegan Sun, where Tom Jones, got front row seats for my mom. We took her and everything. And the next thing you know, if the whole thing is over, he says something about my son, and I tell them. Then we're fighting back in the hotel room.
Oh, really? Oh my God.
Oh yeah, my sister goes, Mom, they're fighting.
You guys are always fighting. I mean,
Yeah.
you chased him with a hatchet, didn't you? At one point.
No, it was the back of a brass bed.
Oh,
The back.
yeah, which might be more dangerous. But
He's sharp. Tyler, do you know who Tom Jones is?
he's a singer.
Not really well.
He's an old crooner.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah,
It's not unusual to be in love. Oh, he's
that's
unbelievable.
yeah.
Oh, he's great.
Well,
What a great.
Valentino and Jimmy the Bull didn't call in, so I'm extending the commercials contest for one more week because we never played them.
We didn't vote.
Should we do it right quickly? I mean, we got some time. All right, let's play these commercials.
Okay.
Yeah, because now we can see him. Tyler,
What do we have?
fixed
Like
it.
four more submissions, something like that.
Something like that.
All right, here we go. First one. Who's this one from?
Hang on, let me get all set up.
Tyler's actually prepared. I gave him an extra half hour.
Yeah. This one.
And then the one that we liked. This one was here. This
That's the one I like. Right here.
They redid it. Yeah, they redid this one.
All right, here it goes.
All right,
They
here we go.
redid it?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
How's it going? Let me see the jumbo Palumbo cookies.
We only have regular cookies here.
Oh, okay. your cookies from MrPottsProtein.net. What do you change?
I don't know.
I love it.
I love that commercial.
Maybe talk at the end.
Oh, the talking at the end? Oh, okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I love it. I love it. That's the best one.
Yeah, all right. Let's play the other one with the shopping carts too, even though we you remember I think we
That's the one I don't have queued.
Oh, all right. We'll do the other ones first, then play that other one.
Go.
Because that's going to be one of the...
This is Natalie.
Jumbo,
Oh, this one's good.
Lumbo, Jumbo, Palumbo. Mr. Potts, you'll love it lots. Eat a jumbo and do your squats. Mr. Potts, loved by all. More anabolic than Diana Ball. Mr. Potts, it's crazy good. Get yours now, you know you should. Mr. Potts and the Whack Pack crew bringing quality straight to you. RxMuscle and the Whack Pack crew. Get yours now and you're gonna get huge. Mr. G and Jimmy the Bull. Eat a jumbo and you'll be full. John Romano and Gregg the Momo. Whack Pack crew with Dave Palumbo. 50 G's a pea and one cookie. An anabolic treat, gains guaranteed. Powered by Palumbo and Species. Try it for yourself and you will see. It is the best damn cookie. Oh, Mr. Potts, you'll love it lots. Eat a jumbo and PR on squats. Mr. Potts, you'll love it lots. The protein cookie that hits the spot.
I love it. I love that. I thought that was so creative.
That was awesome. I like that.
Alright, here's the next.
We have our own theme song now. To Gilligan's Island.
How do I get my food?
The Jumbo Palumbo protein cookie, of course. Made with species, nutrition, protein. That's the cookie.
That must be you, Tyler.
Huge! You could get huge too. Purchase your Jumbo Palumbo protein cookies at MrPottsProtein.net.
I think that was Tyler, actually, that they made a caricature of.
That was Tyler.
That's Tyler with the glasses and everything.
Curly hair.
Oh, that's okay with the glasses.
I think that was Tyler that they got a caricature of.
Yeah, that was Tyler.
Who was that, Tyler? Who did that?
Didn't have a name.
Oh, it didn't have a name.
I'll look that up after.
All right.
Alright, here's.
Did you see the tape on her shirt? It said Whack Pack groupie. That was funny.
Yeah, that she had on the thing. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next
The
one.
Jumbo Palumbo cookie is coming. It's huge. With 50 grams of protein per cookie, the Jumbo Palumbo cookie makes you extra strong. This is why everyone is looking for it. Eat big and get huge. Go visit MrPottsProtein.net.
It's like a Skyrim animation?
I love the creativity. I do.
Alright.
Any more?
I think that's it.
Do the shopping cart one again.
Alright, talk for a second.
All right. So, which one did you like, John?
Oh man, that's a hard decision. Well, I like the cartoon. I don't know. I like the groupie. I like the
was good.
and I like the cartoon. The
Yeah.
first one.
Yeah, I think those. Let's play this one right here. Hold on, because this one I think
this one's good too.
this one's a
Shit.
tough one to beat
This
too.
one's my favorite.
Yep.
All right, play this one. You can smell the cooked eggs.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hello! Anybody there?
First of all, I want to just tell everyone, I think every single submission was creative in its own way. I really liked them all. There was not one commercial I said, this sucks, you know. Everyone had their own little creative tinge on it, so everyone's getting free cookies from Mr. G, so.
Yes, they are. They put a lot of thought into it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean.
But there's got to be a winner. There's got to be a winner, and there's got to be a first and second place. I think my top three probably are, I think the old buffet, the old country buffet one, the groupie, and the animation one. Those are my three favorites.
Those are mine.
Same thing.
Yeah, the one we just played, that one, the girl, and the
animation for the gym.
And the animation.
Yeah.
Which order?
But we got to vote. Who's first?
I'm gonna pick the I'm gonna pick the animation one first. No, I'm gonna pick the other one, the one with the guy with me muscular flying over the thing. I'm kidding. The one with the first,
like.
the buffet, the one with the buffet.
Okay, you like the buffet first, okay? What do you like, John?
The groupie second, and the cartoon.
Okay, third. Who do you pick, John?
I don't know if I can pick a first. Do I really have to put one in first place?
Yeah, we got to give a first place prize.
Well, I'm gonna go with the groupie because not because the other ones weren't creative in their own right. They were very good. But I think it takes a little you go that little extra mile when you put yourself there, you know, on camera.
Right.
So and she wrote the song, you know, and she sang it, and I thought that took guts, and especially submitting it to this panel of gallows. So for that alone, I'm going to give it to her.
Yeah.
What's second?
What are you doing there?
Yeah, but how are we
Second is the wheelchairs. That's the second, and the third one is the gym.
Yeah. Well, then I guess I got to make this really difficult, and I have to go with the animation first. It's so tough. They're all three of those are so good. I got to go with the animation first because I just loved the animation, and I like the groupie commercial second because of all the effort she put into it, and the Old Country Buffet really I could definitely I could say that would be first, and there would be no problem. I'm going to put that third only because I got to make a first through third place, which kind of makes it, I think, a tie, doesn't it? I think I screwed everything up. So now we have to wait for like Greg and Jimmy to break the tie next week. So
yeah,
we'll play.
So nobody can say anything then because they ruin the surprise.
Different orders.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we're gonna play all the commercials again next week because I think it's worth. They're so funny. I just love playing them. We'll play them again next week. Hopefully we'll have the full panel here. We'll do a final vote and then we'll decide. In the meantime, though, the new contest for the month, I guess, is design some kind of a logo for the shirt. Shirt design, whether it can be a whack pack, type of caricature, or it can be a graphic, or something unique, something that's going to get us to say "Holy mackerel!" And not only will we'll give a special prize to the first winner, but we'll make the first 3 T-shirts. So whoever the 3 best designs, I'll actually make the T-shirts. I'll put them on Teespring so people can buy them. So it'll be indelibly in the RxMuscle After Hours Whack Pack lexicon for the rest of the. I don't know if that's even the right word that I'm using. It'll be in our archive forever.
Jimmy Pilecki is calling my phone.
Oh, he is finally. Oh yeah. It's too late.
Yeah.
He's always
an hour and a half,
just like the old buffet commercial. Hey guys, where's everyone?
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, me and Greg are on Skype for the last 60 minutes. He's saying. Hold on. Skype him in. Can you Skype them in?
Sure.
No, that's why we all got to hang up first and then Skype them in.
Hold on.
Hey,
I wanted to see where they were. How come no one texted me saying they were on Skype? That's what I don't believe. I've been texting Greg and no one has been getting back to me, so I figured he wasn't available. He ruined the whole contest, the judging.
Greg has a flip phone. So unless he has it on.
No, he uses his girlfriend's phone though,
This is his laptop.
Okay.
So.
or his laptop, whatever.
Texting, I don't know.
Anyone answering?
Ringing him.
I can't see anything on my screen if the screen died, of course, as usual.
Greg.
Hey,
Hey,
could you guys see me?
Greg, where the hell have you been? I've been texting you.
I didn't get any. Me and Jimmy have been sitting for 50 minutes.
I've been
on the other side
texting both
Skype.
of you. No one texted me back.
Well, I didn't get it. I swear to God. Me and Jimmy both. Even Jimmy.
I texted your girlfriend.
Oh, she's asleep.
Oh, well, that's why. Ugh.
Y'all go in a different group and I can't combine them.
Yeah, I don't know. You missed the whole show. Was Jimmy
Me-
there?
Yeah. Jimmy and I did a whole show by ourselves. 50 minutes. We've been waiting.
Ugh.
Ask him.
We've been doing a show for an hour and a half.
We tried to get on. Both of us. have
We
been trying
got
get
to
on.
solve this problem for next week because there's a problem.
You know what it is? It's Skype or something. I don't know what the hell it is.
Yeah,
and when we get on, it bounces us off.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. We got to figure this out. Is Jimmy on?
He's trying to call us all, boot everyone else.
No, don't boot him. He's right there. He just popped up.
That's G.
He's got to go see his tax guy. He said.
I got to show them. As long as we got him, let's just run the commercials again.
Well, we still need to get.
Run the top three because they're not going to get to see all of them again.
Just let me fucking have it.
All right, hold on, guys.
Hello. What?
We got to figure out a different. Oh, there's Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hold on, Jimmy. Just hang in there. We're just getting everyone back on the line. We're trying to vote on a contest here, so I need all you whack packers on the show. Can you hear us, Jimmy?
Listen, man. You got to be kidding me, right? I called up the show at 1:45. Greg answers the phone.
I don't know why they're in a different group.
Calling a little group that I can't.
They're in a different group.
Me and Greg have been on the show
just let him keep
ourselves for 50 minutes. 50 minutes. We had our own fucking talk show.
Well,
Nobody
that's
was
a
around.
problem, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, no one recorded that show. We only recorded this show.
It was actually a really good show.
Probably was a good show. Yeah, we should just give you your own show and we could just air it separately. Whack After Hours 2.
50 minutes.
We'll call it
bullshit.
After Hours with Jimmy and Greg. We don't even need to have. We could have a separate show with you guys.
Greg couldn't get on either.
I know. We got to figure out this problem because you know what? No one texted me back, so I didn't know you guys were available. If you would have texted me and said, "Hey, I'm waiting," I would have figured out a way to get you on.
Well, what happened was 1:45, it rang, and it said Gregg Valentino on my screen. I answered it, and I figured,
No, if you don't see me, I'm the most important guy because I'm recording from our studio. If you don't see me on the line, then text me, Jimmy, so that I can get you on.
But it wasn't ringing like his personal phone. It was ringing.
No, I know, because what happens is you guys are in your own little Skype group, and so it wasn't coordinated with our Skype group. Who else do we have on the? Do we have anyone else?
No, just Mr. G. I can't get Greg and John.
Why?
They're not accepting. They're still in their own little group.
Ugh. This is crazy. All right,
that's why I figured. That's why I answered, because sometimes.
All right, well, Jimmy, do me a favor. We'll vote next week. Give me what's going on with your life. Give me a rant for me for 30 seconds here before we hang up. What's bothering you? What's bothering you today?
There is something that I am upset about.
Okay.
I gotta say, when Greg first called me this afternoon, I said to him, we were talking. I said, "Where's Dave? Where's everybody?" He goes, "I don't know where everybody is." I said, "What the fuck?" I just fucking Skype shit. I fucking screaming and yelling. So then I said, "I gotta tell you something." I got up this morning because I ain't working, and I'm making my breakfast, and I get my English muffins. I get the butter out of the refrigerator, right? And I love Land O'Lakes. And I'm making my butter in my fucking English muffin, right? All of a sudden, I look at the fucking Land O'Lakes container. I said, "Wait a minute, where's the fucking Indian? Where's the Indian on Land O'Lakes? It gotta be. I couldn't believe they took the fucking Indian off the Land O'Lakes. They took it off. It's just a fucking red ring.
Is it because it's politically incorrect? Is that the reason?
Dave, you got me, man. I don't know. I never seen anything like it in my life. I was so fucking. I'm gonna show you the fucking container.
I believe it.
Yeah, I know you believe me, but I got to fucking show you. Look, can you see it?
Yeah. No Indian.
Oh yeah, the middle's missing. Right now,
the ring is there.
They erased the Indian.
The fucking Indian's gone, George. What the fuck? What? You know what I think about this fucking Land O'Lakes? Here. That's what I think about that fucking Land. I'll never use that fucking Land O'Lakes shit again, man. You gotta tell me that small pockets of individual assholes could fucking influence corporations like this? That they gotta take the fucking Indian off the fucking Land O'Lakes? Is that shit right? I mean, what's this world coming to? These people are losing their fucking minds out there. And I'm not a political motherfucker. I could give two shits about fucking politics. But they took the Indian off the Land O'Lakes. That fucking pissed me off.
You know what? Someone sent me a box of Lucky Charms. It was the meme on there was, I know this offends some of the Irish people, the Lucky Charms leprechaun, but the truth of the matter is that us Irish people, we don't give a fuck about anything. So, we don't get offended.
You're telling me they took the fucking Lucky Charm guy off?
No, someone had suggested they do, and the Irish people are like, we'll never take him off. We don't get offended by anything.
I can't understand it, man. I mean, the whole thing, Uncle Ben, the fucking, the fucking, what else they take off? The fucking Aunt Jemima on the fucking syrup.
Oh, they took Aunt Jemima off too?
Yeah.
Ah,
she was.
That's
Aunt Jemima was the first millionaire.
She was, I grew up with Aunt Jemima. I love Aunt Jemima.
Why would they take Aunt Jemima off? They thought it was racist?
She represented like the South, like Southern cooking. That's what I love about the South, man. They take the fucking woman off the fucking the jar. I don't understand that, man.
People are so. We live in everyone's offended by everyone. You can't say anything to anyone. Everyone's offended.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, Dave. Really? Come on.
I think it's ridiculous. Aunt
Jemima's been on that bottle since I'm a kid, man. I love Aunt Jemima.
Right.
Now I won't buy Aunt Jemima anymore because they took her off. How's that?
It's like taking Mama Ronzoni off of the Ronzoni box. I mean, because it's making Italians look bad.
Exactly.
Stupid.
How about they cut all the Italian names in half too? So it's not, what I mean? Like all this spaghetti and the wine, Mondavi. Let's cut it. Just call it Robert Mod. Forget about Mondavi. Let's just call it because that's the Italian. You know what I'm saying? Fucking ridiculous, man. Well, what are they going to be taking next door? What are they going to do? They're going to remove the dole name off the bananas? Or what's going to happen next over here?
What's next is you can't be called Jimmy the Bull.
Yeah. It's offensive.
Right.
It's offensive.
I'm gonna
You're offending the bull.
Because they killed the bulls that make steak. The next they're gonna come after me because the vegetarians are gonna come after me.
We're gonna call you Jimmy the Hindu cow or something like that,
Yeah. Jimmy the antelope.
Jimmy the antelope.
Fucking ridiculous, man.
For Jimmy the Antelope and Mr. G, I am Dave Palumbo. I don't know where John and Greg is. We'll figure this out for next week. Thank you for joining us for another episode of After Hours. The final vote will be next week on the Mr. Potts Jumbo Palumbo cookie commercial. Guys, the submissions have been unbelievable. If you guys want to put a last-minute submission, I'm giving you another week to slip one more in there. But right now we have a top 3. It would have to be a really good one to displace one of those. But I'm giving you one more week. And don't forget, design your logos for the logo contest that's going to take place over the next month. And we'll be voting on those as well. For our producer, Tyler Shore, and the entire Whack Pack, we'll see you next week.
Jimmy the Bull, come on, show the biceps.
Peace, Georgie.
Biceps, baby. Jimmy Buys. Yeah, Jimmy, show the buys, baby. Yeah, Jimmy Buys.
I love you, brother.
I love you. Thank you. Sorry, Jimmy, we messed up.
I'm gonna email you my commercial.